That's why we need to make the film after writing the script and also editing it. Basically, we need to understand what things are to be considered while doing the treatment planning in the overdentures. And we have to give equal importance not only to the surgical placement of the implants, but also to the prosthetic outcome. So friends, write the script, edit it, and when every all the picture is in your mind, then start making the film. Uh, so as I said, the planning is not only for the surgery. Don't just see the CBCT scan and see the bone width and the height and just don't decide that implants are to be placed here. Now I can place this much diameter and length implant. Also plan the prosthetic picture in your mind, because when you will have to do the prosthetic, there may be some additional expenses in the components which you must have not quoted the patient earlier. And friends, patient has come for the tooth, not for an implant. So try and focus more on the prosthetic result outcome and not on the implantology. Implantology, you will post some pics on Facebook. Your dentist friends might appreciate it, but patients don't understand it. So focus more on the result, the prosthetic outcome. We may have a mixed crowd here. The members may not be aware of the prosthetic components or may be aware, but I will still brush up with all the components. First and foremost, the hex drivers. Now we can proceed with one of the systems in mind. Now here I have posted the pictures of Norris implant system. You may be using other systems as well. These components must be there in that system as well. So I have seen doctors using the surgical hex drivers in the prosthetic procedures. This red color hex drivers, they don't have a better grip when you tighten the abutments or when you remove the healing caps. So my strongest urge to all the dentists who are practicing implantology, that try and use these prosthetic hex drivers. They have a much better grip on your fingers, and it works well when you are removing the abutments or putting the healing caps or impression copings, and they come in different heights as well. So just don't have one or two, have all the sizes, have all the lengths in your kitty, because in a reduced mouth opening you might require a shorter hex drivers, and where your neighboring teeth are in a longer length, you may require longer hex drivers. So have all these components in your kit. Healing abutments. Now, if you have two implant overdentures and if your implant is slightly submerged, and if you have to put a longer healing cap, I would suggest try to use a longer healing cap as well as slightly wider healing cap, because it will help you to fix the impression components and the jig trials later in the prosthetic procedures. Impression copings, everyone knows who is practicing implantology that they are coming into modes, closed tray and open tray. Some systems might even have a shorter lens and a longer lens in that. Depends on the system that you're using. So everyone is mostly practicing overdentures with the ball attachments. Now, when we say ball attachments, they are coming in different lengths: 4 mm, 5 mm, 6 mm, even the 1, 2, and 3 mm. So always have a ball attachment which is just having a collar length 1 mm above the gingiva. And I mean the gingiva which you have made during the second stage and the gums have healed, and after healing 1 mm above the gingiva. Okay, don't be in a hurry. Wait for a 10 to 12 days gap after you do the second stage. And try to avoid this 6 mm ball attachment. Try to avoid, because it will create a lot of vertical cantilever. And we have rings in the different grades of retention: extra soft, soft, and standard. Doctors try to save the money in not putting a metal cap also. So what happens in the long run is the metal cap is not used and the acrylic is directly on the rings. Now the patient has come to change the ring after a year. The rings have lost its elasticity. Now the patient wants to change his ring. So now you have to again do the acrylization after removing the ring. But if you have a metal cap in place, everyone can, Dr. Viraj, can you see the cursor that I'm moving?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see this metal cap that will help you to change the rings in just 5 minutes. But if you don't have the metal ring in place, then you have to do the acrylization again. So don't save money here. This metal cap is very important. Try to use it. And there are other attachments as well. Someone calls it locator attachment, someone calls it flat attachment. Now the difference in this is, can you see the diagram here in between, a schematic diagram? So here the difference from the ball attachment is, here your ring will go into the attachment, into the abutment. So these attachments are useful when we have a reduced vertical dimension, because this will save a millimeter or two in your vertical dimension. Friends, any questions here on the flat attachment? You can post it in the chat box. Dr. Viraj, I am on full screen. So can you post me the chats questions here? I can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
So I'm looking at the chat box also.
Yeah.
No questions yet.
Okay. If there are any queries on this, you can ask me later also. The flat attachment will save your vertical dimension, but it's slightly costlier. So that's why if the patient is having the earlier dentures with him, then at least you can see the vertical and have a cross check that you may require a locator attachment, and then the cost can increase. You can put that in the patient's mind earlier only, rather than having a conflict after 3 months. And in the flat attachments also, again, you have different sizes and different rings, and also the metal cap. Friends, you know what is this sealing disc? Anyone? Any participant who can enlighten us on the sealing disc? They can unmute themselves.
Uh, Sir, Dr. Puneet Thirani wants to know
Yeah.
the indication for flat attachment.
Indication for the flat attachment is a reduced vertical dimension. See,
Other than that, other than that,
uh, what will happen is, just a minute. Yeah. Yeah. Other than the height, I don't see any other things. Only thing is that it will create, it will help us if the implants are not very parallel to each other. If the implants are parallel to each other, then the ball attachments will have a freedom of 10 to 15 degree here and there. Locator will have a much wider angle. It may even accommodate 20-25 degree also. Uh, Dr. Puneet sir, is your query cleared? So we can move ahead then.
so you can move ahead, sir.
Okay, so yeah, we were on this slide, the flat attachments. And sealing disc, anyone wants to know a sealing disc? Here, this sealing disc is basically if a doctor wants to do the rings pictorially. We'll be going through that in the later slides of the presentation. Now, let me start with what are the advantages of implant over denture. The implant over denture will definitely preserve the anterior bone because you're placing the implants in the anterior zone. And everyone knows that good retention, stability, occlusion, chewing efficiency, as well as the speech because of the improved retention. Also, I feel there is an added advantage that we can reduce the prosthetic size of the processes. what say, we can even trim the palate and little bit reduce the flanges as well. So it will cover a lesser area in the patient's mouth, because as it is, the retention is coming from the residual ridge and as well as the implants attachments. So friends, mandibular overdentures, because mandibular denture retention is always a challenge. So we always prefer to have at least an implants in the lower denture so that the retention is improved. So I'll just focus on the scene where I can show you a diagram. Dr. Viraj, can you see the white screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Friends, you can all go on to the speaker mode. View mode में speaker का view mode करोगे तो you will be able to see properly. Yeah, sir.
okay,
Continue.
so should I move on? Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So see, I'll just draw for the mandible. Here is the midline. Okay. So there are different positions, strategic positions for the lower implant overdentures.
Yeah, sir.
So
It's
this
fine. It's
is
fine. Yeah.
it's fine, na?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So we have few positions. A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. Is it shown as a mirror image in your
No, sir.
screen?
No, sir. No.
Okay.
Let's move
Okay.
on.
So friends, C is nothing but the midline. B and D are the positions at the junction of lateral incisor and canine. Junction. And A and E are at the junction of canine and the first premolar. Okay. So there are 5 types of lower overdentures. Let me start with the OD1. OD1 is nothing but implant in the B and D position. But they are not splinted with a bar. They are just individual ball attachments or maybe locator attachments. OD2, now we have covered OD1. OD2, the B and D implant positions are splinted with a bar. And a bar can have any form of an attachment over that. That can be ball attachment, that can be header clip, anything. Any attachment which can give the retention to the denture. But in OD2, B and D are splinted. Now, many times doctors feel in OD1, why not have positions A and E? See, when we have A and E as a two implants, overdentures, and individual attachments, then A and E are wide apart. So, mandibular flexure. So, as principles that have in place, A and E cannot be used in OD1. Also, if you want to place A and E and put a bar, it will be long apart. It may interfere with the tongue, or else even the bar can have a flexure. So there may be some screw loosening or prosthetic problems later on. And in OD3, we have 3 implants which are splinted with a bar. That can be A, C, and E, or else B, C, and D as well. So OD3A is A, C, and E splinted, and OD3B is B, C, and D splinted. So 3B can be in a case where the posterior ridge form is poor. So that B, C, and D can be used. And in 3A, A, C, and E are used so that the posterior ridge form is good. OD and OD5 intact. So remember friends, 2, 3, 4 and 5 all are splinted. One is non-splinted. So I'll go back to the presentation. Yeah. So can you see the presentation now on the screen, Dr. Viraj?
Yes, sir, we can see. So we can see.
Okay. So I'll just again brush up the types of lower overdentures, mandibular overdentures. OD1 will be in the B and D independently attached, not splinted. OD2 will be splinted with B and D positions. OD3A will be in A, C and E positions. A, C and E positions. OD3B will be in B, C and D. OD4 in except the midline A, B, D, E, and OD5 in A, B, C, D, E. Okay. The more you splint the implants, slightly you can cantilever behind. So any questions in this? There may be some questions, you can shoot it right now, because these are the classifications of the overdentures. Okay, so should I move on?
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay. Uh, yeah. So friends, this is a classic example of OD1. Two independent attachments, B and D position. This is the OD2. B and D is splinted with a bar, and it is having two ball attachments. One is in the fourth quadrant, one is in the third quadrant. So I feel in order to have a splinted bar, we should have that much vertical as well. Inside, we should have space inside the denture to accommodate the bar, the ball attachments, the metal caps, and the ring as well. This is how the final result for OD2. Friends, anyone has tried intraoral pickup of the acrylic rings after the implant placements, like 3 months later when the patient comes, you try to pick up the rings in the existing denture. Has anyone tried it? Can anyone share their experience by putting it on unmute? Can you tell me your experience? Anyone? Anyone who is tried intraoral pickup?
Yes, doctor, I tried it and I found it a bit technically tricky
Yeah.
in the sense that you have to wait till the right time till the acrylic sets. If you take it out too early, it doesn't come out. And if I take it too late, it might stick there because I've had a case which was not my case exactly, but some other doctor had tried to pick up the denture and
Yeah.
then he waited a bit too late. So denture became fixed permanently. So we
Right.
had to cut the denture and then remove the implant, and the patient was in terrible pain. And the implants obviously failed, but it was very difficult, very tricky actually, technically very tricky.
So
It
has
is not
anyone?
everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah. So if it gets stuck, then what do you do to remove it?
You have to cut the denture and then obviously remove it. There's no other way out. You
Yeah.
have to cut the
So
denture.
yeah. Um, so that means we should always try it extraoral pickup, right, sir?
Yes, that is what I believe.
Hmm. So in doing the extraoral pickups, what impression technique are you following, sir?
Actually, I'm doing intraoral pickups. I'm not doing
Okay.
external.
Fine. Uh,
I'm
just
comfortable with intraoral because that is
hmm,
how we learned it earlier. I learned
mhm.
it about 10 years back,
Yeah.
10, 12 years back, and that is what how we learned it. So I'm
Right.
comfortable with intraoral pickup. But
Hmm.
I've heard of many failures, and to be very honest, I'm on the edge when I'm doing an intraoral pickup.
Right, right. I'll show you a very simple technique how you can proceed on this. Let's go back to the presentation. So I feel when the rings are picked up intraorally, this is our normal reaction that finally it's done. And we are like, thank God, let's have a break for 10 minutes and then take the next patient. And the patient's reaction is like this, that I'm not coming again for this, and I'm not going to even suggest implant to any of my friends or relatives, because implants is a very cumbersome procedure. This is the reaction of the patient. So I feel personally that we can have a much simpler technique. See, we all have an implant level impression technique in place when we have single or two implants for the prosthetic procedure of a crown and bridge, implant crown and bridge. Then we can have it for the dentures as well, right? So I feel we can make a custom tray in which there are holes for this open tray impression copings. And what has to be taken care of here is the handle that we have for the lower mandibular custom tray for final impression. The handle has to be placed slightly lingual. Slightly lingual. The reason you will come to know later step in the later step. If anyone is having queries in this technique now, please shoot the question right now. Please put yourself on unmute mode and put the question right forward. Then only these doubts will be cleared. This cannot be cleared later on. See, I have done the border molding. And the border molding is not to be done here in the anterior section, anterior labial section, it is not to be done. And the whole border molding, once it is done, you take a wash impression as well. You take the wash impression. And after taking the wash impression, now this tray is not to be retrieved. First, you splint the copings with either a suture or a dental floss or a wire, whatever you are using for open tray technique. Then use an acrylic or a pattern resin to splint it, whatever material you are using it, okay? And create some small holes also in between. Your impression material has to flow here. After this is splinted, use your putty, rubber based putty index, and apply it all over. Now you remove the coping screws and you will have an implant level splinted impression. And you can create a model something like this. Can you all see on the screen?
Yes, sir, it can be seen.
Yeah, Puneet sir.
Yeah,
Any
I can
queries on
see it.
this? Any queries on this?
Just one simple question.
Yeah.
Usually, how much time does it take, the whole process?
See, border molding can be very
After border molding to up to picking up the impression, how much time does it take?
I normally take 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. But border molding is a step-by-step procedure, which takes 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the clinician. If I take 10 minutes for a border molding, then in that the patient can close his mouth in between, because
Okay.
you are removing the tray again and again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Fine. I get
in
it.
that process, the impression copings have to be in place.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be in the patient's mouth only. You should be able to remove the tray, put it back again. So those windows have to be slightly bigger on the custom tray.
Okay. Okay.
So the time from when you start splinting the copings is after you take the wash impression. So once you take the wash impression, don't remove the tray. From then it takes
Okay.
10 minutes. So for that 10 minutes, the patient has to be with the tray in the mouth. So I think patients are mostly convenient with that. 10 minutes is not a challenge.
Okay. Thank you.
So in this, what happens now? Now you have a model in which you have an implant analog attached to it. So now you just have to make a bite plate, do a jig trial for to correct the to check confirm the position of these implants, and the whole lab pickup and everything of the rings pickup and everything is done at the laboratory level. So your headache of picking up the rings intraorally is gone, completely gone. Even you can select the ball attachments, the sizes, the collar heights, locator attachments, whether your implants are parallel to each other or not. If you want to splint the implants with the with the bar or a bar and ball attachment, bar and ring attachment, whatever you want to do, this model cannot be wrong because your copings were also splinted. Since the copings were splinted, your impression cannot be wrong unless and until after splinting, while attaching the analogs, your splinting acrylic material has broken or something like that. Just give me a minute. I will show you. So once the implant positions are done and the model is ready, you retrieve the model, take two other separate impression copings, open tray only. Again, splint that on your model and make a jig like this. Can everybody see this? You can make a jig like this. Again, during jaw relation, just don't take a jaw relation. Make a bite plate and make a wax rim and take your jaw relation and also do this jig trial in the mouth. This jig has to fit in the mouth. If this jig is not fitting, your impression is wrong. You have to repeat the impression. Then your rings pickup will also be wrong at the final level. Then the lab guy cannot do anything. It was you who has made the mistake in the impression making. Am I clear up to here?
Yes, sir.
So see, the later
Yes,
steps are going to be
absolutely.
the, yeah, someone has a question.
Yeah, actually, doctor, I just have one simple question.
Yeah,
The reason which you used, this is just like an open tray technique which we do, right? There's no
yeah,
difference.
yes.
Just like an open tray technique, but instead of doing it with an open tray, we are doing it with a custom made tray, acrylic tray, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're absolutely right.
Okay. Thank you. That's what I was.
And normally at my clinic, I only make the special tray. I'm not dependent on the lab person. So I design it according to what I want. And see, now you know why you require the tray handle at a, yeah. Now you know why you require the tray handle at a lingual level, because your acrylic splinting or pattern resin splinting is going to interfere there. Right, sir? See, I'll go to the earlier slide. See this splinting, the splinting here is going to interfere. So your handle has to be lingual. So you have to tell your lab person, you please make the handle slightly lingual. And see, this guidance has to be given only in the first case. Second case, he knows it, how to make it. When you do the acrylic splinting, this handle should not interfere here in between. Now, friends, I think as far as lower overdentures are concerned, I've covered the impression technique as well as the types of overdentures. I normally don't do the OD4 and OD5. See, OD4, I'm coming back to the classification here. OD4 is A, B, D, and E position splinted. If I have 4 implants, I will go for a fixed prosthesis only. So normally OD4 and OD5 is not into practice. We are either in OD1, 2, or 3, either of these. Normally, OD3 also does not come much into the practice because many patients have a reduced vertical also. So our thickness of the denture reduces to a large extent. So I'll come back to the, now let's start with the maxillary overdentures. Has anyone tried with the maxillary overdenture? And if they can share their experience. Anyone? Maxillary overdentures. Okay, fine. I'll proceed with this. Friends, many doctors have a misconception that maxillary overdentures can be done in two implants. I don't feel so. See, maxillary overdentures, if you place two implants in the canines, then it's a huge denture. Maxilla is a huge jaw structure and mostly U shape or a V shape, square taper. So I feel maxillary overdenture does not require two implants. It will require more implants.
So full
You
screen,
cannot
please.
place.
So full
Yeah,
screen.
hello.
Yeah. Full screen.
Should I, full screen. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Thank you.
So see, maxillary overdentures will require at least four implants because if you place three also, now that rocking movement will be there. So if you go for four implants, it can be either in the two canines and two in the second premolars, one on either side, or else it can be somewhere between central incisor also in the two central incisors. But then if you put in the two central incisors, then your ball attachment will come, ring will also come. Then you don't have much space for the acrylic. Your denture will be having a huge labial flange. So I feel the four strategic positions are the two canines and the two premolars, maybe second premolar, so that you can cover in the make a good polygon as far as physics are concerned. Now in this case, what I am showing here is I have it somewhere between the central incisor, but this case has a good vertical dimension. That is why I could make a bar and ball attachments over here. Now anyone can guide why we require bar attachments here in maxillary overdentures? What happens here is in the maxillary, in the premaxilla, the implants are slightly from the labial to the palatal. Okay. Dr. Viraj, can you hear me? There is
Yes,
someone
sir.
saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. See, the implants are in the maxilla, they are more from the like this labial to the palatal. So they cannot be parallel to each other. Nowhere in the world it can be parallel to each other. All these four implants are in a divergent direction. So that is why you will have to get one path of insertion by making a bar. Okay. In making a bar, this will be a screw retained bar in which ball attachments can be fixed on the bar, and those ball attachments can be parallel to each other. That can be done only at the lab level. But what if you don't have see something like this? And I always prefer to have a metal frame in the denture, implant over denture. Inside the denture, there should be a metal frame. Because these dentures, what happens? They break in the midline because of less acrylic thickness. So we need to have a metal frame in place inside the dentures. But what if you don't have a good vertical dimension? If your vertical dimension is not good, then you won't be able to make a bar. So I feel if you don't want to splint it with a bar and have one path of insertion as well, then there is something called as a multi-unit ball attachment, which is by the name VariConnect in Norris system. I believe no other system is having this multi-unit ball attachment, no other system. I have gone through a lot of systems and doctors who are using Norris, they are not aware about this VariConnect. So in VariConnect, what happens? Your angle changes and your ball attachments become parallel to each other. And they are also again in the angles of 17 degree, 30 degree and 45 degree, also in different collar sizes. They also have, and on that VariConnect, you can place your ball attachment and same metal cap and rings. In that you also have a locator attachment. If vertical dimension is still lesser, you can go for locator attachments as well. The case looks something like this when you place a VariConnect. So you need not make a bar. Your all ball attachments will become parallel. Something like this. And again, as I place a metal frame inside, I can reduce the pallet as well. I don't need the pallet. Patients who are having the gag reflex, patient who don't want anything in the palate, but you are not able to give fixed processes because of reduced bone and all those things, then you can definitely go ahead with this VeriConnect ball attachments. This is the final look of the denture. Any questions in this VeriConnect or maybe maxillary over dentures? Anyone having queries in this? In this, there is
I
one
have a
more.
question, doctor.
Yes, sir.
My question is regarding the cost. How do you tell the patient different options, and how do you let the patient decide that what sort of component he should be going in for, whether he should be going in for ball attachment or bar attachment, or do you decide for him?
See, normally to simplify this to the patient, we have to tell that firstly in mandible it will be 2 implants minimum or else 3 implants, and in the maxilla it is going to be 4 implants for sure. And in maxilla there will be an added cost because implants cannot be parallel to each other. So you have to just tell them we need to have an angle correction in maxilla, and that's why this is the added cost for having the angle correction in maxilla. Or else you go for additional implants and get a fixed processes done. And the denture will require a metal frame that will also cost you extra, so that you have to explain at least these two basic things to the patient, because we can't have these changes later and we can't tell the patient now this is the added cost after 3 months of waiting. That creates a huge conflict of interest, and then we have to pay it from our pockets, and ultimately you'll end up not earning only in the case.
Okay, I get it.
Okay. In VeriConnect has any, see VeriConnect na doctors who are using multi-unit abutments, maybe in Norris system or other systems, they will be able to correlate much better with VeriConnect. It's a similar form of an prosthetic assembly. If you want more details on this, I would request ask Surjit from Norris or some other system where they are having this kind of an assembly to get the demo piece, and you can understand it better.
Dr. Vimal, there is a question from Dr. Vishal Trivedi.
Yeah.
Can metal frame be given to also for lower OD1 cases?
Yes, and actually it should be given because lower dentures are more prone to breakage.
Okay.
And we don't want patients to come back with problems in which we have to correct that and unnecessary time wastage. So tell the patient that these dentures are prone to break. That's why we need a metal frame inside. Dr. Vishal, is your query solved?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks.
Okay. So see, in the maxilla, there is one more variation that you can do is you need not splint all the 4 implants. At least splint 2 implants and make them parallel. Then the other 2 implants can be splinted with a separate bar, and all those 4 ball attachments can be made in one direction. This can be done only when you don't have enough space, enough vertical in the maxillary anterior zone for the teeth placement. Otherwise, the teeth will become too much proclined. So your prosthetic result is again getting compromised. Okay. So friends, here we complete the maxillary overdentures as well. We were given a time of 1 hour. In this, I've tried to cover the prosthetic aspect, the different types of attachments. And I would always request that please pray to God before the case is started, not after the prosthetic fixing, because by then you have completed the case, then there is no point praying. God will help only those who help themselves. So whatever you want to do before the prosthetic part. Don't pray after fixing the prosthesis. That patient should not come to me. Please, please, patient should not come to me. Not like that. Patient will come because you know there is some problem.
So in fact, it is said. In fact, it is said that if you're working on an implant patient, you're working on a wife with whom you are married for the lifetime, and you cannot give divorce also.
And then later you cannot have an upper hand also. Huh?
Yes,
The upper hand is of wife only.
a wife only. Yeah.
So I would request doctors who have been doing cases, please share your experiences, any queries, screw loosening, prosthetic parts, whatever queries are there. I would be happy to give you a solution to it, or maybe what you can expect from me, how to correct the problems. Maybe that those problems can be solved with some simple procedures. My this is where I practice. Dr. Gala's Dental Clinic and Implant Center. By the grace of God, we are able to do very well. And if anyone wants to contact me, my email ID is on your screens, my website, and the contact number. Any discussions, any cases you want to discuss, you can contact me anytime. I'll get back to you and give you some solution. You can independently handle it. Maybe some guidance if you require, you can anytime contact me. And I would say quality is never an accident. It is always and always the result of an intelligent effort. Also, one more thing, I am proud to be a dentist. You also be proud to be a dentist. Always feel proud to be a dentist. Thank you for being a patient audience. Thank you.
Sir, I would like to ask you one thing.
Yeah.
First of all, thanks a lot for giving such a good introduction for the prosthetic components for the new people who have started doing overdentures and everything.
Yeah.
Sir, I would like to ask you one thing. Now, there are few patients who come with dentures been worn for over years together. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
10 years, 15 years, they are wearing the dentures. Okay. And now all of a sudden, they get to know from somewhere if there is something known as implant dentures also. Implant overdentures also. Okay. And they come and request us, can this dentures be converted to implant overdentures? Means after placing the implants, can this dentures be used over that? That is what they want to come and ask. So can we go around with that?
We can do that. We can do that. In that case, the impression technique which I showed you, which I've shown you, the impression technique, in that you will have to make the holes and use it as a special tray that I had used it.
Okay.
And you can just pick up the implant positions, make a model. Don't use a wash impression. Use a wash impression if the denture is ill-fitting. Then you can use it as a custom tray. Then ideally, you should make a new denture only, because then what happens in this denture is there is a junction of cold cure acrylic and the earlier heat cure acrylic, which is again a prone fracture line in the future.
Okay, so you prefer to make a new denture only, not use the existing dentures.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I would actually request, if the patient is not willing, you make it from your side.
Okay, okay.
See, what will happen, I'll tell you the cycle in the long run. This patient will break the denture and come back. That time you have to tell him, now we need to make a new denture. So your steps, time, energy, everything is increasing.
Okay.
Again, you have to make the patient explain that this is an added cost, this, that. Patient will tell, no, I spent on 2 implants, now you're not making a new denture. It's a big headache. It's really a big headache. See, you want that patient to refer you more patients for implants, rather than him having the complaint, getting it sorted, and then he not sending you other patients.
Okay. So means you incorporate the new dentures cost into the final total estimate only.
Yes. You tell him, boss, this denture will break. This denture will break. You tell him.
Yeah.
And you tell that many doctors may do it, but I will suggest make a new one.
Right.
Might as well you are spending for 2 implants. Might as well spend for a new lower denture. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's a perfect thing to be told. So friends, the session is open for question answers. Please type into the chat box, or if you want to speak, you can unmute yourself and speak. Ask the questions to Dr. Vimal Gala.
Also, Dr. Viraj, I tell my patients one thing. That cheaper treatments will always give you expensive results.
Yeah, that's yeah. Any questions, guys? So, कौन सा question था?
This is the normal reaction of a patient whom you do intraoral pickup of rings.
Okay. So
Doc, I have a question here.
Yeah.
Can you just run us through the cost part of the cash cost of the process? Because
Uh,
progressively, what I am finding is quite a few people are just adding the cost, cash cost, and maybe taking a lump sum of maybe 5,000 or 6,000 and then quoting the patient. So can you just run us through the cash cost plus additional time cost which we spend in the patient, so that we are better able to price ourselves?
According to me, sir, the additional time that you are spending is only on the impression technique. See, implant placement is going to be the same. The second stage techniques, impression technique is the only step in which you are giving additional time, maybe another 15-20 minutes in that splinting of the copings and all that. But the additional cost that you are giving, what the solution that I am giving is the additional cost is only the metal frame and the bar attachment if required. So other costs are the same. The metal frame and acrylization cost
What is typically the
that
cost of
anyways you
the
have
metal
already
frame
factored
and
in.
the bar attachment? Typically, how much does it cost? Because I
In
tried
the
it
lab,
quite some time back, maybe 6-7 years back.
yes.
I tried a bar attachment and I failed miserably. Maybe my technique was wrong or whatever was wrong, but I failed miserably.
Uh,
After that, I've stopped doing bar attachments.
maybe the impression was not splinted and you may have screw
Mm-hmm.
loosening or something like that. Or maybe the bar is not fitted properly. Maybe the vertical is not too much to accommodate the bar.
Doctor, I'll call you up sometime and share the case with you, and then maybe you
Surely,
can
surely
guide
you can
me.
PM me. My number is
Yeah.
you have my number. You can
Yeah,
take it from Dr. Viraj.
I have your number. I have your number. So
Yeah,
I'll do that, doctor.
sure, sure,
Thank
sure.
you so much.
now
So
Dr.
we have
Vishal
one
Trivedi.
question.
Yeah, Dr. Vishal Trivedi asks,
Mhm.
is prognosis of OD3 better than prognosis of OD1 or OD2?
Yes, OD3 is better. OD3 is better because you're having more implants and more splinting also. In future, these three implants can be used for your fixed processes as well. And it maintains the bone in that much region at least in the anterior zone. In OD3 also, OD3A is more preferred, in which A, C and E are used because that is having a wider span. But then your denture should have enough vertical that it can accommodate the bar over that the rings of the ball attachment, the metal cap also, and then the acrylic. So in selective cases, we can give when vertical is good.
Okay. So, and if the prognosis is better, then can this be converted to OD3, OD4 as per the procedure we go on?
Yeah, but once you satisfy the patient, he will not come for any conversion, anything else.
Okay.
And
But like
normally see
later on,
OD4, yeah,
say after 3 or 4 years, once
yeah,
the patient is comfortable with 2 implants, and if
right.
the patient's finances are permitting, can we place 2 more implants and then make it a OD4 denture?
You can make it OD4, but if you're placing two more implants, why not make a all-on-4 fixed hybrid denture
Yeah, then
prosthesis?
there's a better choice. That's a better choice.
That's a better choice, no?
Right, right.
But then I would suggest don't go for a fixed process only in the lower arch.
Upper also is required.
Upper also, because see, if you make a lower implant PFM processes by any chance,
Hmm.
that will break your upper denture also.
Okay. And sir, what about hybrid cases, like where the upper natural teeth are there or upper arch has a fixed dentition,
Yeah.
fixed bridge, PFM bridge, and the lower one is a denture. So would that also require more implants?
No. No, I would suggest give a metal frame inside the lower implant over denture. The denture will
Okay.
not break.
Okay. But there won't be any excessive forces applied on the implant itself because of the upper being either a natural one
Uh,
or a fixed
I don't think
process.
so. See, forces will be higher. Forces will be higher. But if your denture is reinforced with a metal frame inside
Okay.
and implants are firm and stable in good density bone, it should not have a problem.
Even non-splinted one.
Yes, yes.
So mean the forces are not transferred to the implants, right? The forces are not transferred to the implant if there is metal framework, or the forces are reduced which are transferred.
The forces are reduced. Also, the forces are distributed not only on the implants, they are also distributed over the residual ridge.
Okay.
So it's not the forces only on the two implants. The ridge is also bearing the forces. So increasing the number of implants will not give you a solution.
Okay. Thanks.
Hello.
Yes, yes, doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Kadam here.
Yes,
How
sir.
do we, if the patient comes from maintenance and all, they have to unscrew everything and then remove it and then again fix it? How
You are
do we
talking
do
about
that?
the bar attachment.
I have never gone for bar. I have
Ah,
normally always gone for a bridge, but I always face problem while cleaning of the whole thing, while removing. I have tried. Initially, we used to put cotton and then on that GC or a light cure. Then later on, we started putting GP points inside and then covering it with light cure or a composite. Is composite good enough? Because while removing, I had a lot of problem with that thing. Unscrewing was real tough in one of the
you,
cases.
you mean to say for the implant crown and bridge?
Yeah, I had given a complete denture, PFM denture on four implants in the lower jaw.
All on
I
four
did.
cases. All on
Yeah,
four
full.
cases.
You mean to say the implant PFM bridge
Yeah,
on four
implant.
implants?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what. So implant crown and
The
bridge.
major
If you
issue
want to
was
unscrew
with
it.
while unscrewing the whole thing while when the patient had come for cleaning. It was very difficult. It was as good as impossible.
See, either you can put a cotton pellet or a GP point or a Teflon tape. According to me, Teflon tape is good enough, but you increase the size of the Teflon tape. Have the composite filling GIC or whatever restorative material you are using to cover the hole, only 2 mm, 2 to 3 mm in height. The rest depth has to be covered by the Teflon tape, cotton pellet, or a GP point. Then it is
Okay.
easier to remove.
It doesn't get treated when the patient will keep coming again and again to fix it. Cement has come off, the filling has come off.
See, normally, if he has come to get, say you that cement has come off, if you have put a GIC material, it does not come out because GIC bonds to the metal.
Okay.
Composite doesn't.
Okay.
Try
Thank you.
sometime with GIC, type
Okay.
2 restorative or type 9.
Because I had a real tough time taking off those things, and in one case, though, I had to leave it as it is. I had to refill it and leave it there because there was no inflammation or anything. She
Right.
had just come for some like second visit, and
Mhm.
I was expecting I'll do something extra for the patient, and I was in tough times.
Actually, what I do normally in my practice is the cleaning, what you are saying, I do it with the titanium coated scalers,
Okay.
scaler tip. I don't remove it
Okay.
because removing and again fixing, which screw loosening has not occurred, and we are removing and keeping fixing it again and again. Screw loosening will happen someday. Then.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, friends, anybody? Any more questions? Dr. Puneet?
Thank you, Dr. Kala. That was a very good presentation. I just want to say that more questions in the future
Hello.
lectures, and
Sure, sure.
Hello.
as and when we get more experience, we'll have to face more problems. So I just hope there is more involvement of the participants at a future date. I have just one request.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you, in the future lectures, tell us a step-by-step procedure about the splinting part, if possible? Because as I told
Splinting.
you, I did a case 6-7 years back, and I failed miserably. So many of us would must have done like me, and I just think it will be better if we can come to know where exactly we went wrong.
Yes, yes, surely, sir. Whenever we are having maybe a physical meeting, now it will be better. We can have the things in place and explain you better.
Hello,
Is
uh,
Dr. Meshram there?
Puneet sir.
Yeah, thank you, doctor.
Hello,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, who's this?
Hello.
Dr. Saurabh here, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Saurabh, bolo.
Virat sir.
Yeah, bolo, Dr. Saurabh.
I came up with a question. I think I was trying, but I couldn't reach. Okay, is it open or still closed now?
Yes, yes, we are open.
Okay, just one last question. Some of the patients wherein one-piece implants have been given, or sometimes where ball attachment gets worn off.
One piece implant
Hello.
should be avoided.
Yeah, but sometimes many of our patients like they get it somewhere done. My
Yeah,
question is when the ball worn off, then how should be done?
nothing can be done then.
How it should be restored?
It cannot be restored.
Okay.
Remove the one-piece implant and
No, no,
place a new
no.
implant.
See, I'll tell you a solution to this. If your one piece implants, the ball attachments have worn off, there is only one solution. Either the patient uses the denture without the ball attachments, leave the implant as it is, or else trim the implant till the gum level and place two new implants, two-piece implants. Because nothing can be done. Now that if that thing has worn out, that's why two-piece implants are to be used. Now, if the ball attachment gets worn out, you can place a new attachment.
Yeah. Yeah, Dr.
Okay.
Meshram, sir,
Okay.
are you there?
Thank you.
Dr.
Thank
Suresh
you, sir.
Meshram, sir, are you there?
Yeah, yes, yes. Vimal, it was a very good presentation.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
Really like it because you have made it so simple and it is very easy to follow and easy to do it.
Yes,
So
yes.
thank you very much because it was, I really appreciate.
Thank
when
you,
the
sir.
things are go very systematically, step by step, and make it as simple as you can. And whereas, thank you very much for sharing the link that as I
Sir,
was free and doing nothing, all of a sudden I remember that, okay, let me attend this.
so
And it
you'll
was
get much
really
more
good.
links
Thank
now.
you very
You'll
much.
get much more links. There are 5 to 6
Absolutely,
links.
absolutely. Whenever is possible, I will just join you.
Sir, thanks a lot
I
for
enjoy
joining us, sir. Thanks a lot for joining us. Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you.
joining,
All
sir.
the
Thank
best
you.
and hearty congratulations to you all. Keep it up.
Excuse me. Can you please help me with either some sort of photographs or this, just to check out how you take the jaw relation with this post and all impression post and everything going inside. How do you
See,
do the
jaw
jaw
relation is same as the complete denture. Remove the healing caps and your bite plate will see it on the patient. And just a simple jaw relation as you take it for a complete denture patient.
Okay. Because no photographs were shown on that. That's why.
Yeah, because it's a same jaw relation similar to a complete denture patient.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the metal frame and all everything on it.
Metal frame comes directly in the final, or maybe metal frame can be used in the bite plate which you make for the jaw relation. That lab person will guide you on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Ajit sir, we are waiting for you. In fact,
Thank you.
मैं बोला सब questions खत्म होते तो अजीत कोटने सर को लेता हूँ. Sir, are you audible? Sir, Dr. Ajit Kotne, sir, is he there?
Hello.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, thanks Team IDA MWSB for this wonderful presentation, and we are looking forward for further presentations from Dr. Vimal. It was very interesting and very informative lecture, and we are looking forward to more lectures from you in the near future. Thank
Sir,
you.
we have, yeah,
Bye.
Ajit sir, we have few more topics like temporization in implants, then also prosthetic considerations for all-on-4 implants and abutment selection, all of them taken by Dr. Vimal Gala in the next 1.5 months.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, who's this?
Dr. Saurabh again.
Yeah,
Yes,
Saurabh.
sir.
Sometimes like when we do for a precision attachment,
Yes.
when it is the precision attachment Ryan 83 ball attachment is there on the fixed crowns.
Yeah.
Hello. And
Yes, I can hear you.
at that time when that ball wounds off, yeah, if that ball wears off, then what could be done? Because it has to be repeated with the whole bridge, or anything can be done onto that.
What you can do is
Because bridge repetition
remove-
will always be a problem.
Yes, see that ball attachment normally does not wear out. Normally does not wear out. And if it does wear out, then you will have to repeat those crowns. Remove the crowns, repeat it.
Okay. So all these costs should have been told to the patient in 3 to 5 years that they have to get it replaced. Is it should be in this way?
Yeah, and you should always tell the patient that there is nothing called as warranty in medical.
Yeah, that's true.
सर लाइफ की वारंटी नहीं है, लाइफ की वारंटी नहीं है, दांत की क्या वारंटी देंगे?
इसीलिए तो लाइफ का लोग टर्म इंश्योरेंस निकालते हैं.
And normally, how much Newton force would you suggest to use for the ring?
You mean to say the abutment tightening torque?
Hello?
Yeah, you mean to
No,
say
no,
the
no, no,
abutment
no, no.
tightening torque?
When the female metal housing, the female component metal housing, what
Yeah.
rubber Newton force should be used? Newton grams, the weight that how much it should be? 400 Newton, 100 Newton.
See, the rings don't come in the Newton force. They come in the grades of retention. White, pink, yellow, different color rings. So,
Right.
So it is either extra soft, soft, and very soft, something like that, depending on the system that you're using. So if the patient is not a first-time user with the implant overdentures, we should always encourage the patient with the softest degree of retention, so that he finds it easier to remove and place it.
Okay.
And then later when it comes for changing of the rings, if you're using the softest grade of retention, you might have to change it in 6 to 8 months. Then you give them a better grade of retention, and he can come back in a year then.
Okay, so nothing as a selection criteria for the ring. Retention ring.
If you're having 4 ball attachments, maybe in a maxillary overdenture, you can have 2 with a good retention rings and 2 soft rings.
Okay.
But if you are having only 2 ball attachments, then you can make it only and only medium grade retention early in the first phase of prosthetic. Once the patient comes for changing of rings, you can take a call whether to use soft or a hard one.
Okay. Fine. So we have got, all of us have got Dr. Vimal Gala's number. So if any problems, he'll definitely be happy to solve your doubts and everything on phone. Friends, there is one announcement also to all you dentists to test your brains. We have a chess online competition on 1st of November. Once again, the registration charges are 200 rupees. Request all the dentists and their kids or spouses, kids above the age of 10 years to participate in this competition. It's a great event. First time it has been done in the entire IDA history that we are having a chess competition online. So request everybody, the details will be sent to you on all the groups, or you can directly contact me so that I can send you the brochure and everything. Meanwhile, Dr. Vimal Gala, thanks a lot for this such an informative lectures on implants. Thanks all the participants to be there, and also like to thank our sponsors, Dentex 3D and Norris Medicals, for organizing these lectures, which was because of them the entire web series have been free of cost to all the members. Not a single penny has been charged to the participants. Thanks Dr. Jashan Arora, our CDA convener, to host this meeting in a smooth way. Thanks a lot. And we will be informing you about the next dates of the next lecture. The next lecture is going to be on temporization in implants, right sir? Dr. Vimal Gala,
Yes,
Vimal,
yes,
it's
yes.
stabilization in implants. The date is going to be pre-Diwali. So we'll just let you know in 1 or 2 days. I'll be talking with Dr. Vimal Gala as per his dates available and informing you all for the same. Thank you, everybody. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Vimal sir, once again.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
And I'll be ending the meeting now.